Welcome to Tell All Tuesday. Today, our blog is called Judgment Day. Picture this: you've got it all together. You've slowly but surely gathered the pieces. You have somewhat of a routine down pat. You're starting to get to know your child, and vice versa. You're even smiling a little bit more than usual. You manage to have a shower, do your hair, and look half decent to step out of the house. Baby bag packed, and you're out and about before you know it. Now, you're there. You've reached the intended destination and you're thinking, I actually did it. I freaking made it. Then you start strutting down the aisles like Beyonce and you're totally in your groove now. The supermarket tunes are pumping because that's the loudest music you've actually heard in ages, and the scenario is feeling really good. You're looking and feeling $1,000,000, all because you managed to get out of your pajamas. Are you feeling me? Then you hear a familiar voice call your name, and as you draw closer, you realize it's someone you know. Now you're thinking, thank God I had a shower, and thank God for actual adult connection. The conversation starts to flow. Baby Guga is made over your newborn, and the labor details are shared. In an instance, like a bath bomb hitting the water, your whole world explodes and starts to crumble and dissolve around you with one word, one comment. You look exhausted. Are you breastfeeding? Oh, why not? Did you have a natural birth? What formula do you use? Do you get along well with your mother's group? And the many other comments and opinions go on. Not to mention, your hormones are still all over the place, so to add to the opinions and judgment on top of that is just a big no no. The scenario above is merely an example of those flippant comments that others living outside your bubble feel it necessary to make. Note that I didn't actually provide a specific example because what I have grown to realize is that it doesn't actually matter what those comments are or were. In my mind, it's also hazy. I have clearly chosen to block them from my consciousness because at the time, they hurt. They were uncalled for, and to be honest, they were brutal cuts to my self image, confidence, and self esteem. It wasn't just what people were saying, it was the perception of judgment that was carried with every word spoken. The build up and previous chapters to leaving that house that no one else had read or saw were ineffable. How can someone else's thoughts and projections in words affect one so deeply? Now, this example pops up even if you aren't a mother. I just feel as a mother, you have a heap of additional unknown pressures, hence the truth and discussion about it now. Judgment within the motherhood realm happens all too often from all ends of the spectrum. From external people looking in to the mum who is the one being judged, judging the person who is supposedly judging them. See how yuck that is? And it even sounds yuck. Every mother parents differently, and there is no right or wrong. In my opinion, and I will share this with any new mum to be specifically, you do what works best for you and your family. Over the last 3 years, through the journey of self discovery and becoming that next better version of myself, I can share and describe my thoughts and opinions on this. The pre mother version of Bianca, the one that all the high school friends knew, or probably still know, the one that used to judge others based on their appearances, yeah, her, she wouldn't think twice about giving her opinions to anyone and everyone. However, as you know, after some slapping around by the universe and the man upstairs, the true Bianca, as a result of knowing her worth and her values, now knows that whatever anyone says or does is a reflection of them, not a reflection of the person on the receiving end. Don't take anything personally. A pillar I have adopted from the book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. What others say is a protection of their own reality, their own dream. Once you can actually grasp this core agreement and truly adopt it into your life, it's like releasing a ton of bricks off your shoulders. I like to explain it like this. Imagine everyone is surrounded by his or her own life-size bubble. You don't know what's happening in my bubble, my reality, and I don't know what's happening in yours. Therefore, from my perspective, how can we judge one another with this philosophy in the forefront of our minds? Especially other mums who are merely trying to do their best and don't need the BS high school extra drama added to their already chaotic trying to get their shit together days. Not to mention the judgment of self on top of all of that. But that seriously is a topic for another day.